Live, local, late breaking. This is WMBF News Today at 5:30.
Hundreds of police officers join forces to put an end to gang violence. We're going to hear how local mothers are getting in on this fight. Then a family searching for answers after their missing loved one is found dead in Loris. What they believe could have been done that would have saved her life.
And education reform for your students will take center stage in Columbia this morning. The changes we could soon see in the Palmetto State. And leave yourself plenty of extra time. You'll be dealing with rain for that morning commute. Your first alert forecast starts right now.
Yep, rain, especially across the Grand Strand at the moment. It is trying to move out, but it's taking its time. We're seeing pretty steady rain right along the Grand Strand, 17 bypass, all the way from Surfside Beach, all the way across the state line. We've got some showers moving across Conway, and then across the PD. It becomes a little bit more scattered in nature, but more rain to come. I'm also tracking another batch of rain moving out of Columbia our direction. So for now, downtown Florence is dry. You see a little shower right over FMU. That's going to move out rather quickly. Now, temperatures are very interesting today. 61 and mild for Myrtle Beach, 55 for Conway and Florence, but they will steadily drop throughout the day. Something else we're tracking, Jenna and I, the fog. Let's get a check on the roads now in the First Alert Traffic Center.
Yeah, all those weather issues Marla was talking about will be issues for your morning commute. You can see I-95 blanketed with fog, so folks, if you're headed out in Florence, prepare for this. Now, you're not quite dealing with the rain there yet, but you will see that fog. Rain as you move down 501, you can see it's hit Ener, so if you're driving through Ener, watch out for that. 501 in Conway, same issues, and of course, rain is going to carry over to your commute in the Grand Strand, like Marla said. You can see 17 also dealing with wet roads. The moral of the story today, we need to stay safe on the road, so just leave yourself some extra time and take it slow out there. Theo?
All right, good advice. Thank you, Jenna. Well, you know, gangs, they are a danger to you and your family and a total turnoff to tourists. Police from across the country, in fact, are meeting today in Myrtle Beach to share tactics and put an end to gang violence. Katrina Helmer is live with a look into today's conference. Katrina, good morning.
Good morning, Theo. Today is the South Carolina Gang Conference. It's been going on for 8 years. 6 of those have been right here in Myrtle Beach. And it's all about cleaning our neighborhoods out from gangs once and for all.
The killing of the young people it's not decreasing, it's going rapidly, and it's violence.
About 300 law enforcement officers from as far away as Arizona are gathering for this several-day conference. It's a perfect way for law enforcement to get information on national and local gang threats. This way, agencies can build a network to help each other work cases in other districts. For example, if police are looking for a particular gang member who may have fled the city or the state, police have better systems now to share information and get results. Mothers Against Violence is a local organization of mothers who have lost children to violence. The group's leader tells me it's not just about police taking action, but taking responsibility to teach and protect our kids.
Teach them while they're small and let them know, don't be a part of it. If someone come to you and ask you about come and go with me or join my group, they have to be taught while they're young to not take part of it in there.
Tim Ayers is the president of the South Carolina Gangs Investigators Association. He tells me the biggest success story is the Hells Angels case from 2011. 27 Hells Angels and Red Devils were arrested. 5 were convicted in the case for racketeering. And this was the first successful case ever to be prosecuted. They did this actually through partnerships that they developed here at this conference, and we will actually have a team at the conference later today, and we will bring you all the latest information from it. Reporting live in Myrtle Beach, Katrina Helmer, WMBF News.
And Myrtle Beach police are asking business owners for their help to prevent violence on Memorial Day weekend that you heard Katrina mention earlier. They're meeting with them all week this week. Police first met with them on Friday to talk about their concerns and answer questions. Officers are asking them not to allow large crowds to simply gather in their parking lots or around their businesses, not to have tents or grills. They believe this will keep crowds moving and lower the chance of a fight.
Well, later this afternoon will be the first of several meetings for the Education Reform Task Force to lay out an outline of priorities and expectations for the group. Elected officials, educators, private sector job creators, and plaintiff representatives from Abbeville versus State will all be a part of this task force. It was a lawsuit that was originally brought against the state in November 1993 by some of the poorest school districts. They claimed legislators failed to provide adequate funding in poor rural areas. The South Carolina Supreme Court ruled in favor of those districts. So now the General Assembly must design a system to ensure each child has access to meaningful education. That meeting will be this afternoon on the State House grounds.
In a developing story for you on this Monday morning, state troopers say they're now working with the Horry County Police Department to figure out who will take the lead in a death investigation in Loris. Sunday morning, crews found the body of Stephanie Callahan dead in the woods near Morgan Road. Her family says this all started last week when she wrecked her car into a ditch. Highway Patrol's website shows troopers did respond to that crash and towed Stephanie's car away from the scene. Her family tells us troopers never called them, which they believe could have saved Stephanie's life.
As her family, tell us, don't let us sit here and lay on the ground and know that our baby's out there and there's nothing we can do past this yellow tape.
The county coroner did confirm that Stephanie's body was found near where that wreck happened. An autopsy will be performed later today.
2 people are facing charges after police say they confessed to a murder of a man in Myrtle Beach. Arrest warrants show Keith Levan is charged with murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. Penny Hubbard is charged with accessory before the fact to a felon. The investigation started when police were called to the Home Depot parking lot Saturday morning after a car wreck. Police say that's where they found 50-year-old Barry Selman dead from a gunshot wound. Hubbard told officers she set up a meeting with the victim and that Levan got mad, grabbed a gun, then left the house. She also admitted to not warning the victim. According to the warrants, Levan confessed to shooting at the victim's car with a rifle and hiding the gun. And a man in Surfside Beach is facing the charge of criminal domestic violence. Police say that victim called 911 during an assault Saturday. When officers got to the scene, they heard a woman screaming and Tony Hall Jr. telling her to be quiet. Hall locked the door when police tried to get in, but finally opened it up. He was arrested and the woman was taken to the hospital. A Hartsville police chief lost his home to a fire this weekend. You're looking at pictures Darlington County Sheriff Wayne Bird tweeted out. The sheriff says that no one was injured at that fire on Woodhaven Drive, but the family's dog died. The home belongs to Chief Jerry Thompson. There's no word on what started the blaze.
Right now, deputies are trying to find a custom cooking grill stolen from a Murrells Inlet business. Georgetown County Sheriff's officials say it was taken from Inlet Affairs. That's a catering company there on Highway 17 Business. The grill was first noticed missing on Wednesday. If you have any information on where that grill is or who might have taken it, call the Georgetown County Sheriff's Office right away. Today, Florence Darlington Technical College celebrating Black History Month. The college is hosting a nationally known engineer and entrepreneur named Dr. Calvin Mackey. The New Orleans native and motivational speaker will talk at the SIMT building at 9:30 this morning. It is free. It is open to the public. Dr. Mackey received the Presidential Award for Excellence in Science, Math, and Engineering. He also helped lead rebuilding efforts after Hurricanes Katrina and Rita. Tupelo Honey Cafe will be opening its doors for dinner tonight. The Asheville-based cafe's new location right there in Market Common. Tupelo Honey will be open for dinner only today through March 7th. Brunch and dinner will be offered March 8th. And then beginning March 9th, the restaurant will offer full-service lunch and dinner Monday through Friday, brunch and dinner on Saturday and Sunday as well as holidays. Hey, if you have a singing voice, the Myrtle Beach Pelicans are hoping you'll audition for singing the national anthem March 3rd at the ticketreturn.com field. There will be no age requirement for trying out, Theo, but you have to sing without a music track. Groups and musicians are allowed to audition if they have their own instruments. Now, registration for the event is from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the ballpark, Gate 1. The auditions are happening rain or shine, with everyone getting a chance to audition.
All right. Well, new this morning, jihadist groups are targeting youth in European countries with aggressive online recruiting. Mandy Knoll is live right now to explain how France is fighting back this morning with an online campaign of its own.
That's right, Theo. The French government is trying to show the harsh realities of the promises that jihadist groups make and what happens to those recruits who many times are very young. Let's go ahead and show the video. It's posted to YouTube. It's in French. It's written in French, but I'll go ahead and translate it for you. It's a Facebook message at the beginning of the video, and it asks about whether the person reading it's interested in what happens in Syria. Then a polite, lighthearted offer to put them in contact with someone who can help explain better. The video is edited in the style of an ISIS video. After a few seconds, this statement, they tell you, sacrifice yourself by our side, you'll be defending a just cause. Then another clip of the video that says, in reality, you'll discover hell on earth and die alone and far from home. It's believed that some 3,000 Europeans have gone to Iraq and Syria to join jihadist groups. At the live desk, Mandy Knoll, WMBF News.
All right, thank you, Mandy. New video right now showing a winter storm bringing icy and dangerous conditions to roads and airports across North Texas. Interstate 35 was shut down after an 18-wheeler crashed in the northbound lanes. Police say the driver was not injured, and they're investigating the cause of the accident. Several school districts have been canceled. They canceled classes today, rather. Airlines serving Dallas-Fort Worth Airport canceled about 160 flights just yesterday.
Boy, how times have changed. More than 75% of all calls to 911 now come from cell phones. Why that new trend could prevent first responders from finding you before it's too late.
And after the break, we'll go hour by hour through your day to make sure you know exactly what to expect.
Ash Wednesday marked the beginning of Lent, and if you plan on eating fish on Friday, we have the dish for you. How to make it coming up today at 4.